welcome everyone to the home of the Wisconsin Badgers, Barry Alvarez Field at historic Camp Randall Stadium, where we are looking forward to a fantastic battle. A staple of the college football environment. Color-coordinated schemes in the stands. A stripe out today. Students, alumni, all fans have band together to try to make life miserable for these visitors. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Terrapins offense will have the football first. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays. And then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
Might be changing the route. Back to pass, it's Washington. Got a man, it's Smith. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Smith takes the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The margin for error is so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Has to get there to move the sticks. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. The Badgers offense has its first opportunity of the day. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David, up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position 1, objective number 1 today, protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
The sure hands, it's Anthony. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And it's no good. He missed it. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Washington. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Gets the back moving. They'll go to the fullback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Forced out of the pocket. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Finds the tight end. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
It's complete on the right side. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
The Terrapins will try to put one on the board on first and goal. To the air, it's Washington. Moving out of the pocket. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Sends it back in motion. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Maryland!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that drive covered just 44 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Look out, he's got room. Got the first down and still on his feet. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to throw on first down. It's caught downfield.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage, because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Grabbed over the middle, it's Ballard. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. The Badgers have this offense rolling. Power football with the run. Gets it past the marker. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. And this offense went right back to the well, and this time the defense made sure it ran dry. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's going to take off.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They are trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line of scrimmage. They've had a really good game plan, and they're executing beautifully.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Terrapins will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Let's see what he can do with it. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the 1st quarter stats. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Just a short pass to the tight end. Open space at the 25. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
It's 1st down from the 11. Looking to pass. It's Edwards. Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Badger.
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his 3rd receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into the season. I love how they line him up all over the field, and as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They didn't handle the rigors of a Big Ten schedule very well a season ago, and hoping that they've learned some lessons they can use this year.
I think the coaching staff also thinks, Reese, that they're a more mature team. They have better leadership in the locker room. And, David, they're hoping that that's going to show up week in, week out in what's going to be a brutal Big Ten schedule.
Brutal. And listen, you're hoping also they got something in their neck, right? Like, you're hoping they want some payback, right? Because that's
intercepted.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Makes the grab.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
From the gun, running back on the move. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over them.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man, makes the grab. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13. And the Badgers look to keep this drive humming. From the red zone, looking for a space. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly and you get your eyes on the quarterback and you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender.
Going the other way, and he's got room. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Terrapins!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Got it in the middle. It's Mason. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Hilton. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. This offense looking at a 3rd down after that last completion. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Keeps it on the draw. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Badgers in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Badgers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Running back searching for a hole. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll keep it on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, really good.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. They'll send out the kicker here. Never a doubt. And with that, they've taken the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. San Jose State has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Old Spartan Stadium. They're up by 11 over the Stallions. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got enough for the first. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on 1st down, 1st and 10. Pass to 45. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The Terrapins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Complete downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Terrapins, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Quickly complete. Oh, ball's out!
This is is a defense that prides themselves on getting takeaways, and with their backs against the wall, we're able to force the fumble and fall on it in the end zone for a touchback.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll run it from the gun. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he makes the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Hand off from the shotgun. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And the Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Dupree. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Dropping back, it's Edwards. Quick completion on the out route. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. The give to the tailback.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's McLaurin. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Fleming. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Still running at the 40. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Maryland! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The lone back's got it. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Looking downfield, it's Edwards. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
Rushes on him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense that forced the quarterback.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Quickly out to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on fourth down. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Terrapins with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the running back. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Motion from the back. Toss to the outside. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Terrapins are on the move. Rides the back and leaves it. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. And, boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on fourth.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
Shakes off the defender. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Back to pass, it's Washington. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next step.
Breaks into the open. And into the end zone. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Sneak gets it done.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Barry Johnson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Fires to the big fella, and they pick up just a few on that completion. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly to the tight end. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the break. It's Maryland with the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll move the tight end. To the air. It's Edwards. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. The 10. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception.
Touchdown, Terrapins! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. It's caught. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking downfield on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Complete to the right. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Plows through the defense. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Edwards. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The Badgers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. And the Badgers getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. They'll send the tight end in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
The Terrapins can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Scanning the field, it's Washington. It's complete to the right. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. And the Terrapins with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
The Terrapins pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another...